Students, we will move forward in our chapter organisms and population. So first we will talk about the population density, and this population density is represented by n. So the population size is called as population density. The total number of individuals could be an appropriate measure of population density, although it is not easy to calculate the number of individuals in each case, such as calculation of population of bacteria in a bacterial colony. So here, mostly the population densities are represented in relative manner, such as we can say that this plate is having more bacterial density as compared to this one, and sometimes a small portion or sample of the geographical area also represents the population density. It means sometimes we cannot calculate each and every individual in a particular geographical area, such as if we are collecting the number of fishes in a trap, so that trap it is good enough to measure its population density in a lake. Sometimes there are some another criteria can also be used to count the wild animals, such as pug marks and fecal pellets can be assessed to calculate the population of tigers in national parks. So there are several methods we can utilize to measure the population density, and it cannot be always an absolute value, means we cannot calculate in each and every case in for the each and every individual. Now we will see what is population growth and how the population growth occurs. So the population of many species always vary time to time, and it depends on various factors such as food availability, predation, weather conditions, etc. In another word, we can say that the population density is not a static measurement. It will change time to time. And the population density gives an idea of a geographic idea of a population in a particular area as it is flourishing or declining. And as we have talked that there are several factors which will decide that the population will flourish or will go in declining condition. Now we see that the fluctuation in the population density occurs by four basic processes, out of which two contributes in an increase in population density, and those are natality and immigration. And two factors are there which causes declining or decrease in population, and those are mortality and immigration. So we will see here one by one what is the meaning of natality, mortality, immigration, and immigration. So the natality is the number of births in a given period of time, and it is the additive to the population. The second is mortality. The mortality is the number of deaths in a given period of time, and it causes decrease in population. The third is immigration. The number of individuals of a same species that have migrated into the habitat from elsewhere in a particular time in a particular time period. It means some of the individuals would be there which will come in a particular geographical area. It is called as immigration. Since some of the individuals are coming in a particular population, then again it will be additive. The fourth is immigration. When the number of individuals of some species that have migrated from the geographical area to another habitat in a particular period of time. So we can say that this will be a negative thing for the population. It means it will decrease the population of a particular species. So all the factors have been represented by this figure. We can see here the population, the density, and is regulated by natality, immigration, mortality, and immigration. So we can see here natality and immigration is additive to the population density n, and the mortality and immigration is causes decrease in population density. And here we represent natality with B, immigration with I, mortality with D, and immigration with E. So we will see how to calculate the population density at a time t. So population density n t plus 1 is equal to n t plus b plus I minus d plus e. So we can see here that we have taken the additive and we have subtracted with the decrease in population. So we can get the population density at a particular time. And here the n is the population density at a time t. It is an estimated population. Natality and mortality contributes more. Means suppose there is a well established population, then there will be the there the natality and mortality factors will contribute more to regulate the population. But in case of newly establishing uh, or new in a new succession, the immigration may contribute or may regulate the population density more significantly. It means different populations will be regulated by different factors in their different significant manner. Now we will see what are the growth models of the population density. So specific and predictable pattern of a population is called growth model, and it can be of following types. And the first type is exponential growth. Now we will see what is the exponential growth of the population density. So population grows by its innate potential to grow in number, where the resources such as food and space is available in an unlimited amount. Now the growth of population occurs in an exponential or geometric fashion. It means when there is a suppose there is a geographical area and the resources are unlimited, then the growth of the population of a species will be in exponential or geometric fashion. So we will see how to calculate this exponential growth in that particular area. So in a populations, if if there is a population size n and the birth rate is b and death rate is d, then the increase or decrease in a in n population during the time period t, dn by dt will be b minus d into n. So we can see here dn by dt is equal to b minus d into n, and here b is the birth rate and d is the death rate. suppose B minus D is R, then dN by dt is equals to Rn. Now we will see what is the meaning of R here. So we have seen that this R is representing nothing but the birth rate and death rate. So here R is the intrinsic rate of natural increase, and it is regulated by biotic and abiotic factors which affects the population growth or population density. So we have seen that the above equation describe the exponential or geometric growth of a population, and the pattern shows J curve. We can see here the J curve. This is on this axis. We can see here this is the population density and this is the time, and we can see when the resources are enormous, then or in unlimited, then we can see that the population is exponential here, and here the equation is dN by dt is equal to Rn. In this case, the population of even slow growing animals can grow at a faster rate and build up a huge population. So we can see here the J-shaped structure, but in nature it is not possible. It means there is always a limitation of several factors. So this is a very much ideal condition. Thank you.